Hi folks, and welcome to 4th of July weekend here in the US. Yes, it is July 2nd, 2021, and this is Cord Cutting Weekly, the show where we wrap up the past week in cord cutting and streaming news. And this week we're going to talk about YouTube TV's new 4K add-on plan, HBO Max's expansion into Latin America, fuboTV dropping some channels, and more. But first, of course, yes, if you haven't done so already, please do consider clicking on those like and subscribe buttons down below. They really help us out, and we'd really appreciate it. And with that being said, let's dive straight into the news, starting with 4K streaming on YouTube TV. This week we saw the launch of YouTube TV's new 4K Plus add-on. The new package rings in at an additional $19.99 per month above your regular monthly YouTube TV subscription price. And as the name suggests, one of the key perks in this optional upgrade is the ability to stream at up to 4K resolution. Now, it's important to point out that even with this add-on, that doesn't mean everything that YouTube TV offers is suddenly available in 4K resolution. Instead, only select supported titles can be streamed in 4K, including several upcoming sporting events like the Olympics and the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. And there's also a handful of on-demand titles available in 4K as well. And it's reasonable to expect that list of ultra-high-def titles to grow in the future. But beyond 4K, this add-on also includes some other perks as well, including offline viewing and unlimited simultaneous streaming in your home. And you can find out more about the new add-on in our post linked down below in the video description. And if you give the new add-on a try, let us know what you think of the new features in the comment section down below. And speaking of launches, this week also saw HBO Max begin its expected global rollout, starting with 39 territories in Latin America and the Caribbean. And the streaming service has committed to producing some 100 local originals for Latin America over the next couple of years on top of the current HBO Max lineup. What's more, US subscribers who travel to one of those 39 regions will have access, and conversely, subscribers in Latin America and the Caribbean will also have access when they travel to the US. As we mentioned a few weeks ago, there are two plans available. The standard plan offers access to 3 simultaneous streams, up to 5 profiles, and support for up to 4K resolution. Meanwhile, the mobile plan offers access to the same library of content, but with a focus on standard definition streams on smartphones and tablets. And yes, HBO Max is marking the launch with a deal offer, 50% off the regular monthly plan for as long as you maintain an uninterrupted subscription, if you sign up by July 31st. And yes, you can find out more in our post linked down below. Moving on from expansions to, well, contractions, I guess, fuboTV is no longer streaming A&E networks via its streaming service. And that includes A&E itself, as well as the FYI channel, History Channel, Lifetime Movie Network, and Vice TV. In a statement to customers, fuboTV said it's working to balance value and keeping costs down. The statement continued with, quote, "Sometimes, in order to continue bringing you the new programming and premium features you enjoy, we need to make adjustments to our channel lineup." Overall, this particular drop wasn't all that surprising, given fuboTV's continued focus on sports content over, say, entertainment and lifestyle channels. Meanwhile, many subscribers are likely still hoping the service brings back the Turner channels it dropped about a year ago, but unfortunately there's no word on that just yet. In any case, we've got our full post link down below in the video description, and heads up for any fuboTV users out there looking for their A&E networks. Next up, Pluto TV is launching a collection of more than 70 movies this week, although we should note some of those include titles that were moved from different channels on the free streaming service. It's all part of the Popcorn Summer Movies promotion we've mentioned before, and we've got a full list of the incoming movies and our full post linked down below. Some of the highlights include Terminator 2 Judgment Day, The Untouchables, Rango, The Addams Family, RoboCop, and a lot more. Again, these new titles are expected to hit the service starting this week. And in Cord Cutters news this week, we published our lengthy chat with Sling TV's Adam Kucera. The company's director of sales walked us through the company's approach to local channels, why price hikes happen, and more. We've got a version of the interview available to read on our site, linked down below in the video description, but if you want to check out the full video, we have a link to that video as well.
Is there anything on the horizon as far as Air TV is concerned that's going to either support ATSC 3.0?
Well, we're keeping the same eye on it, right? We know we've been seeing it for a long time. What's it going to do? How is it going to be utilized? How many programmers are going to start to adopt and change the way that they operate as well? So we are looking at future state of Air TV products and kind of the next possible iterations of those products, and certainly ATSC 3 is absolutely a part of that discussion. Don't have anything to talk about today, but definitely it is something that we consider and talk about quite a bit.
And stay tuned because we're aiming to have more interviews with other streaming services and cord-cutting companies in the future. And as those opportunities come up, we'll likely give you a heads up and perhaps even ask for questions from our subscribers so we can be sure to cover the topics and issues you find most interesting. Moving on, we've got another streaming service to talk about. Allen Media Group announced that the Weather Channel Plus is set to launch later this year. The service will reportedly cost $4.99 per month and include more than 50 news and entertainment channels. The company's press release was a bit light on details, but Allen Media Group did say it expects to launch the service on smartphones, tablets, smart TVs, consoles, and more, but it did not offer specifics on which platforms in particular it would be including. AMG did add that it expects the new service to reach 30 million subscribers within the first 5 years. So yes, we'll keep an eye out for more details about Weather Channel Plus as we inch closer to an official launch date, but if you have any thoughts so far on the new service, you know where to let us know. In Roku news, the company announced that the Demi Lovato show is set to premiere on the Roku channel on July 30th. It's another entry in the company's list of Roku originals, and yes, as you might have guessed, it started live as a show that was set to premiere on the Quibi streaming service, RIP. Each episode of the show will be about 10 minutes long and will include a special guest. According to Roku, the show will tackle topics like feminism, activism, and mental health, among others. Roku launched its Roku Originals push with around 30 titles last month, and the company said the Roku channel had more viewers for these former Quibi shows in the first 2 weeks than Quibi itself was able to attract during its entire existence. And if you've checked out any of the new Roku Original shows so far, let us know what you think of the offerings in the comment section down below. In Netflix news, the streaming service is rolling out a new update, first to Android users, that lets you watch partially downloaded titles. Of course, users have been able to watch downloaded titles for some time now, but until now, you can only watch that content if it's completely downloaded to your device. This new update looks to add a bit of flexibility to things, so that if you were, say, trying to download a title on the road and ran into some network interruptions, you'd still be able to watch at least part of your movie or show rather than having to wait until your connection improves so that you can finish downloading in full. You'll need an Android phone or tablet that's running on version 7.64 or later, and yes, Netflix says the feature should be coming to iOS in the near future. And lastly, just a quick update here. So last month, we reported that 2 new channels were set to arrive on Frndly TV. Specifically, we were talking about Recipe TV and Local Now. Well, we're now officially in July, so we wanted to provide a quick update to say Recipe TV is now available, while we're still waiting to see Local Now arrive. For what it's worth, Local Now is still listed as coming soon within the app. But beyond those additions, we've also learned that Get TV, which features action, crime, comedy, and Western TV series and movies, is also now available on the service. In any case, we'll keep an eye out for whenever Local Now officially appears, and in the meantime, if you've given Frndly TV a shot in the past and want to share your thoughts about the service with your fellow cord cutters and streamers, feel free to sound off in the comment section down below. And so there you go. Those were some of the top stories from the past week, and as always, thank you for tuning in. And again, if you haven't quite gotten around to it just yet, we really wouldn't mind if you clicked on those like and subscribe buttons down below. They really do help out our channel a ton, and we'd be thankful as well. On Wednesdays, Jess hosts our live Q&A session with our viewers and subscribers, and then on Thursdays, we dive deep into specific topics like this week's conversation with Sling TV's Adam Kucera. And then you can tune in every Friday right here on Cord Cutting Weekly for all the top cord cutting and streaming news. For now, though, thanks again for watching. My name is Philip Palermo. I hope you all have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Take care.